Doing is what makes that rock a rock. To look at it is doing, but to see it is not doing. I had to confess that his words weren't making sense to me. Oh, yes, they do, but you're convinced that they don't because that is your doing. That is the way you act towards me and the world. That rock is a rock because of all the things you know how to do to it. A man of knowledge, for instance, knows that the rock is a rock only because of doing. So if he doesn't want the rock to be a rock, all he has to do is not doing. I didn't understand him at all. He laughed and made another attempt at explaining. The world is the world because you know the doing involved in making it so. If you didn't know its doing, the world would be different. He gave me a mysterious look and raised his brows 2 or 3 times. Then he pointed again to the small rock he was holding in front of my eyes. I say that you are making this into a pebble because you know the doing involved in it. In order to stop the world, you must stop doing. In the case of this little rock, the first thing which doing does to it is to shrink it to this size. So the proper thing to do, which a warrior does if he wants to stop the world, is to enlarge a little rock or any other thing by not doing. He stood up and placed the pebble on the boulder. This damn pebble is going to drive you crazy today. Doing makes you separate the pebble from the larger boulder. If you want to learn not doing, let's say that you have to join them. He pointed to the small shadow that the pebble cast on the boulder, and said that it wasn't a shadow, but a glue which bound them together. He then turned around and walked away, saying that he was coming back to check on me later. I couldn't focus my attention on the minute detail in the holes and depressions, but the tiny shadow that the pebble cast on the boulder became a most interesting point. Don Juan was right. It was like a glue. It moved and shifted. I had the impression it was being squeezed from underneath the pebble. When Don Juan returned, I related to him what I'd observed about the shadow. That's a good beginning. A warrior can tell all kinds of things from the shadows. He then suggested that I should take the pebble and bury it somewhere. Why? Doing would be to leave the pebble lying around because it's merely a small rock. Not doing would be to proceed with that pebble as if it were something far beyond a mere rock. In this case, that pebble has soaked in you for a long time, and now it is you, and as such, you can't leave it lying around, but must bury it. If you would have personal power, however, not doing would be to change that pebble into a power object.